Now, 5 a.m. on WKYT this morning, Governor Matt Bevin has now vetoed several bills passed on the very last day of the legislative session. What it means for Kentuckians going forward, just ahead.
A Southern Kentucky school crossing guard is fighting for his life this morning. What police say led to him being hit by a car, coming up.
And a Lexington family got a surprising wake-up after a car ran into their home this morning. Now police are looking for those responsible.
This is WKYT This Morning.
Good Thursday morning to you. Friday's just a day away.
There you go.
I'm Michelle Chamberlain.
That's encouraging.
Yes.
I'm Bill Bryant, and it's so good to have you on WKYT this morning. We have some fog out there in most locations and a few thunderstorms in some others. Let's check in. Meteorologist Micah Harris is, of course, heading up our weather coverage. Good morning.
Hey, good morning. Yeah, as we stepped out the door this morning, it was extremely foggy, and it's in patches here and there. It's not completely widespread. But yeah, you'll run into some very dense fog. But if you go down towards, say, Boyle County, go into Danville and Junction City, Perryville, through 150, and coming out of Marion County, that is a very strong cell right there, and that's headed straight toward Danville. You will feel this here, and you're already feeling the rain and some thunderstorms, but the strongest part actually comes in about 5 to 15 minutes. And then you look down south, there's still a few more cells here and there with some lightning strikes within those. So we do have some storms this morning. Good news, no severe weather at this moment. We'll have to watch that storm there in Boyle because that's getting pretty strong. 78 degrees by the afternoon, a few more storms today. When do we get rid of this stuff? I'll show you that in your forecast because we do, at least for a day. That's coming up.
That's the question people want to hear the answer to, so we'll have that shortly. Let's get to the news.
Governor Matt Bevin struck down parts of the state budget and 6 other bills yesterday. They were passed on the last day of this year's legislative session.
And while some of the vetoes are drawing some criticism already, Kentucky lawmakers forfeited their right to override the vetoes by waiting until April 15th to approve the legislation. WKYT's Mark Barber is at our live desk with a breakdown. Good morning, Mark.
Good morning, Bill. Governor Matt Bevin really capitalized on the fact that it is too late for lawmakers to override any of these vetoes. He vetoed parts of 4 bills and vetoed 3 others entirely. Bevin reportedly vetoed more than 30 items from the state budget that the House and Senate struggled to pass. One of the largest provisions cut from the budget was $40 million in funding that would have allowed more children in financial need to qualify for preschool. Bevin also vetoed more than $9 million that were budgeted for something called work-ready scholarships. House Democrats say that means high school students who would have been able to start 2-year college degrees without paying for tuition this year will no longer have that option. Bevin says he issued the vetoes to save the state money and to strike down bills that did not have public support. A number of preventative health measures were also vetoed by the governor, along with a new driver's license bill that would have complied with federal security standards. We'll have more on that coming up at 5:30. From the live desk, Mark Barber, WKYT.
Mark, thank you very much. The Kentucky Supreme Court has heard arguments in the case of a judge executive who is accused of election fraud. Attorneys for Magoffin County Judge Executive Charles Doc Harden argued that there is no proof that he bought votes in the 2014 election. His challenger that year, John Montgomery, made the fraud claims in a lawsuit. It could be months before the court makes a ruling in that.
An Eastern Kentucky attorney accused in a massive disability benefit scheme wants his trial to be delayed. Eric C. Kahn is scheduled to go on trial in federal court in June, but in a motion filed this week, his attorneys, along with attorneys for the other 2 defendants, Judge David Daughtry and Dr. Alfred Atkins, asked for a delay. Prosecutors said in court filings they don't oppose the motion because the case is complex. Now, a judge hasn't ruled on the motion. Kahn and the other 2 men are accused of working together to get $600 million out of the government. New this morning, police are looking for 2 men responsible for a late-night robbery at a Nicholasville Dairy Queen. Investigators say it happened just after 10 o'clock when 2 masked men entered the fast food restaurant on Main Street. Employees tell police 1 man had a gun and the 2 demanded money from the employees. Police say the suspects then hit 1 employee in the head with a gun before taking some money and 2 cell phones. They say the 2 suspects were last seen running in an unknown direction.
A Pulaski County school crossing guard is fighting for his life this morning after being hit by a car. Police say that happened in the parking lot of Southwestern High School just minutes before classes dismissed for the day. Cell phone video we're showing you here It depicts the scene after the crossing guard was hit. Police said he was flown to the University of Tennessee Hospital in Knoxville with critical injuries. Students told us the man is also a custodian for the school. And after learning what had happened, many call it a tragedy.
Well, it's a shame. Sending out prayers to the family, you know. It's a shame. It's a tragedy.
Investigators say rain may have been a factor in the crash. They say they do not expect charges to be filed.
Frightening moments for a Lexington family as police say they were sleeping when a car crashed into their home early this morning.
Can you imagine that? It happened at the corner of Weber Way and Wyndham Hills Drive just before 1 o'clock this morning. Police say a car with 2 passengers inside slid off the roadway and ran right into the bottom corner of the home. Family members say that they saw what appeared to be 2 juveniles jump out of the car and run off. At this time, police are still searching for those individuals. We'll keep you updated. We're making calls on that. Firefighters managed to repair the damage to the home, and the family was allowed to return shortly after. Police believe the heavy rainfall is apparently what caused the crash. WKYT this morning just getting started. Our time right now is 5:06 on your Thursday.
Coming up, a 5th grade boy sees for the first time in his life, and it's all thanks to his determined mother. The story of motherly love when we come back.
Absolutely love stories like that. We'll talk about that. We will see thunderstorms again for today, but we're actually getting a dry period, at least for one day. I'll show you when coming up next.
Now, your zone-by-zone forecast with meteorologist Micah Harris.
Boy, we have a strong sail down toward this western area as you get up into Boyle County. That's heading eastbound. So heads up Garrett County, heads up Madison County, and also even portions of Jessamine County too. Let's zoom right into that and talk about that storm, because I know a lot of us waking up this morning wondering, is this severe weather that's rolling through my county at this very moment? Well, as of right now, no, but we have to watch it very closely because this is a strong storm. Looks like it's getting a little bit stronger too, as you see the blue showing up there in far eastern portions of Marion County. So this sliding up 68, now over 150 at this moment. Danville, Junction City, you're not getting the brunt of it just yet, but you still have a little bit more heading your direction. You will get extremely heavy rain, a lot of lightning out of this. Perryville getting in on the mix. 150 is absolutely soaked. Harrodsburg, more than likely, you will get some of this too, and all of that, like I said, is sliding over toward Garrett County, southern portions of Jessamine County across 27, and then make your way through Paint Lick and off towards, say, Richmond, Berea, Waco. That's going to be another 45 minutes before it heads your direction. And that's a pretty strong storm. Another strong sail over Manchester at this moment, moving just north. The heaviest part is actually just north of Manchester across 421, north of the Hal Rogers Parkway, and that's sliding eastbound. Next in line will be Buckhorn here in about 30 to 45 minutes. Hazard getting a strong sail at this moment too. So we're having some sails outside that are strong but not severe at this moment. So there's some good news for us. You're getting very heavy downpours in many locations. In some locations, very thick fog too. When I was leaving my house this morning here in Lexington, very thick fog. But then I went down the road about 5 miles. There wasn't any fog. That's going to be very patchy. But when you run into it, you will no doubt about it see it right there in front of you. 79 degrees by the afternoon. We get into the afternoon, and I believe the afternoon is a better likelihood of actually staying mostly dry. I still can't rule out a few storms, don't get me wrong. It's at 40% later on today, but it looks like that fades as we head toward the evening hours and nighttime hours. There's some good news. Friday looks really good at 75 degrees. It stays dry. Your weekend, not so much. More storms back in the forecast for your weekend. 72 on Saturday, 73 there on Sunday. Here's your 7-day and what it looks like. 70s the next few days, but it's about the rain chances. Guys, we're going to be seeing rain chances today, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday of next week. The only day that looks mainly dry is going to be Friday. That's tomorrow. So knocking out Keeneland, knocking out any plans. I know a lot of people, I went down to Madison County yesterday, and a few people had stopped me there at the gas station saying, when are we going to get a break? Throw in some ball games, some softball, baseball games, and the break would be Friday. Okay. But still, those fields are going to be very wet. You know, it's just it's a wet period.
You were at Whitehall Elementary, right?
Whitehall, yeah, we had a blast. I'm going to show video and pictures coming up.
That's going to be fun.
Nice.
Yeah, all right, very good. And I know that Mike is very carefully watching these storms. If anything gets strong, we'll certainly go right back to him. All right, a Virginia mom is defying the doctors who told her that there was nothing she could do to help her blind son.
When Chris Ward was a baby, his eye muscles never fully developed. Now a 5th grader, the 12-year-old does his homework using a Braille typewriter, and he solves his math problems using abacus. Chris's mother says her son is never short on determination, so when she learned about this new vision technology, she was determined to see if it would help her son. After pulling a few strings, her son got his chance to see.
Once I could see my mom through those glasses for the first time, I was smiling.
I just broke down and I cried. It was just amazing because he's never been able to see details like that.
That is so amazing.
Great story. The community is now stepping up to help Chris's mother pay for the glasses. Chris's classmates are also holding a fundraiser, hoping he gets the chance to see their faces one day. Well, how encouraging, you know? It's
It
good
really
to
is.
see the power of a mother's love and obviously the community there as well. Time this morning is 5:13. We have some rain in the Lexington area, some fog in lots of places this morning. And we have a lot more news coming up for you.
Yeah, when we come back, we'll have a look at your money.
A big settlement over concert tickets and why McDonald's is changing its chicken nugget recipe. I'm Jill Wagner in New York. Those stories and more coming up in your CBS Money Watch report.
Hey, good morning. Welcome back into WKYT this morning. We're glad you're with us here on this Thursday morning. A fast food giant is releasing a new brand of nuggets.
And the best way to get in shape that won't break the bank. Jill Wagner has the latest on your money.
New York's Attorney General announced a $2.76 million settlement with 6 ticket brokers accused of illegally buying up tickets to concerts and sporting games and reselling them on sites like StubHub for as much as 10 times above face value. On Wall Street, a mixed finish on Wednesday. The Dow gained 51 points. The Nasdaq lost 25. For everyone trying to get in shape for summer, gym memberships may not be the best financial bet. USA Today says the average gym membership costs $60 a month, and 67% of them go unused. Instead, new apps and streaming workout videos could save people lots of time and money. And McDonald's is testing a more natural recipe for its chicken nuggets, swapping artificial preservatives for ingredients like lemon juice. McDonald's has been trying to improve perceptions about the quality of its food as part of a massive turnaround plan. And that is your CBS Money Watch report. For more, follow me on Twitter at Jill Wagner CBS. In New York, I'm Jill Wagner.
It may pay to work for Greek yogurt maker Chobani. The company's CEO says it will award all of its full-time employees an ownership stake in the company. The amount each employee gets will depend on their tenure and role with the company. However, the awards are only worth anything if Chobani launches an IPO or sells to an interested buyer. Chobani says it has more than 2,000 employees nationwide.
All right, interesting incentive there.
Yes, that would be a good day for them.
Interesting news also there, you know, about the quick workouts. That was sort of interesting. Maybe that's better than spending a long time.
Yeah, and we were talking about that during the commercial break, and I'm like, all about the quick workout.
There you go. All right, coming up on 5:19, and we hope you're ready to go here on this Thursday morning. We have a lot more news for you coming right up.
Yeah, sports is next.
Well, by now you've probably heard former UK guard Ed Davender, his life in grave situation right now. He was on life support last night. We'll tell you the latest of what we know. Also, UK baseball, UK softball in action, and the UK softball Cats knock off Louisville. The highlights are on the way.
We have those storms outside early this morning. Most of us here in Lexington, we heard a couple of rumbles here just about 5 minutes ago. And look how unimpressive that is over Lexington. There's really not much going on. Then focus your attention down toward Perryville, go into Junction City, Danville. That is not a good area to be this morning trying to sleep. A lot of lightning. Good news, no severe weather. As of right now, we'll have to watch a couple of these cells as they're getting a little bit stronger. Heading off into Gary County over Lancaster at the moment. Paint Lick and then Richmond, you are next in line. Waco, you're next in line too. Berea, it looks like it'll move north of you, but nonetheless, it still could develop and actually roll over you as well. So give it another 30, 45 minutes, and you'll see that roll on through Madison County. Another cell is just to the north of Manchester, Oneida area. That's going to roll just to the east there and roll right through Buckhorn here very shortly. Buckhorn, you have about 15 minutes, and that's just to the north of the Howard Rogers Parkway. So all that's moving eastbound. We have a couple of cells that are pretty strong, and we'll have a few storms around as we go throughout your day. Good news here is afternoon, we're looking at just a few storms, 40% chance of rain, as opposed to being 60 and 70% chance of rain like we've had the past couple of days. So chances are dropping. Once we hit the evening and nighttime hours, that rain fades away. Friday looks pretty good. I'll show you that, and also your weekend forecast looks sloppy once again. I'll have that coming up. First, let's check out sports, see what's going on.
Well, over the last 24 hours, we've been told former Wildcat Ed Davender suffered a serious heart attack, and the latest word as of last night and early this morning that Kenny Walker said things just don't look good. Walker did say this, however. There's been many speculations throughout the day yesterday about my former teammate and dear friend Ed Davender. Contrary to some reports, Ed is alive and still fighting for his life. Keep him and his family and all of his many friends in your thoughts and prayers. Davender was a breakthrough recruit for Joe B. Hall, one of his final recruits at UK. He came out of New York City, an outstanding point guard who ended up playing his last 3 years under Eddie Sutton and alongside Rex Chapman the last 2. He's 11th on the all-time scoring list, 8th in assists and 4th in steals.
He was a very hard-working, gave a great effort on the court, both offense and defense, and contributed. He contributed his freshman year. He wasn't a great shooter, but he was a scorer, and he did a great job for us.
Kentucky had a late night win over Dayton Tuesday. The Cats back in action last night against Miami in the second inning. Riley Mahan with a deep drive to center field. This one kicks off of the wall. Javon Shelby comes around to score, and the Cats take the early lead. Still in the second inning, Troy Squires, the hero of the Vandy series and the Arkansas series, a base hit to right field. That scores Mahan, and UK up quickly 2-0. In the fourth, it's now 4-0. Storm Wilson just inside the first base bag, down the right field line. 2-run score, make it 6-0. The game is called, guess what? Because of lightning in the 8th inning. Kentucky wins 11-1. Kentucky and Louisville on the softball diamond. Top of the 7th, Cats down 1-0. Abby Chink hits one to short. Too hot to handle, too cold to hold. Tying run scores from second. Then Brooklyn Hines up, 2 outs. And watch this rope up the middle. She delivers the shot back up the box. Nikki Sagerman scores the go-ahead run. Kelsey Nunley puts down the side in the 7th. And UK, with their 40th win of the year, pulls it out 2-1. That's a look at sports. Have a great day.